This was by far the most awesomest thing I've seen all week. This brought a smile to my face. So, guys, the popular migrant TikToker from Venezuela, what's his name? Leonel Moreno? Moreno, sorry. He was recently arrested by ICE because he jumped or bailed on a program that was going to allow him to stay here. Now, the program's name was Alternatives to Detention. It was a program, I guess, started by the Border Patrol. This was like another way how they were rushing people through the border and being vetted. So instead of actually taking time to vet people, they just, I guess, gave them a name and a number and then told them they're part of this program and throw them out into the wild, which is the United States. So this TikToker dude gets arrested because he jumped that program. The beauty about it is that this idiot is the same idiot that sat there and wanted illegal immigrants to invade this country because everything here is free. He wanted to start a GoFundMe for a migrant who got into a shootout down on 42nd Street. And then the icing on the cake of all of it was when he told migrants that they should start taking over homes that were unoccupied because of squatters' rights here in New York City. So he planted that idea in their head. With that, guys, the karma, which karma, guys, is good and bad. You can get good karma, you can get bad karma. Karma is not always bad, but in his case, it bit him in the ass. Because for all of his stupidity, all of his jibber jabbering and talking on TikTok and Instagram and I think Facebook, the law finally caught up with him and they arrested him. To boot, the better part of it is TikTok blocked his account. So he has no access to his account. I don't think he can make videos and he's not receiving money. He claims that he was receiving $1,000 a day on TikTok because he has 500,000 followers, 500,000 followers. Plus, he was also getting money from the United States, or maybe it was his wife getting money from the United States, getting $350 a week, which is probably like grocery money. To make matters worse for him, his wife and himself, might lose their daughter because of Child Protective Services. Because, I don't know, it was because he had his daughter in every video, or whatever it was. Not in every video, but a lot of videos. But he put out so many videos after TikTok blocked his main channel. I think he made a video for Facebook where he was crying like a fucking bitch. If you've ever seen, a lot of you heard me say that he has a punchable face in the head. You want to punt the shit out of his head. He's just one of those people you just want to fucking rack one. Anyway, he has a video where he's crying like a bitch and he's got snot and shit coming out of his nose and he's like, mi gente, mi gente. I'm like, why is he repeating that? I don't know. But still, he's crying, snots and shit. He's like, again, so now he has that ugly cry face and you really want to sock him one now. Because like, this guy was sitting here talking about you got to take this country and take the homes and occupy them and all this other bullshit. Then when everything caught up with him, he's sitting there crying, carrying on like a biznitch. I've never seen anything like it. I mean, like, you watch guys get arrested and turn into fucking bitches, and you're just like, dude, you went out and did the crime, now you're getting arrested, and now you're crying? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. It really doesn't. When guys do that, I'm just like, I'm floored when I see that shit. But this kid, he gets arrested, and it was just like fucking Niagara Falls with sludge. Because, and like, listen, you crying and shit, like, at least wipe your nose. But no, man, it was disgusting. I mean, it was, I don't even want to, because now his punchable head and face just became like more attractively punchable and kickable, rather, because you're just like, dude, seriously, you were sitting there talking that tough guy shit, and now you're getting locked up. Now I can't stand bitchery. The one thing I can't stand is when men turn into bitches. It's just beyond me. I don't understand how guys can act gangster and all tough and shit, and then when shit gets hot, they're like, oh my God. Like, I really don't understand that. So, Leonel Moreno also stated that he tried Canada first, which I thought was interesting. But he left Canada because they weren't giving out free shit. Those were his words. But he came here because they free everything. You come here, they throw everything at you and a home, apparently. So, obviously, guys, a lot of migrants are going to Canada, and they're like, no, this is no good. Now, there are some migrants who would probably go to Canada. If they can get a job, they'll stay. There are those who want to work. But this same kid, again, Mr. Moreno, states that working are for slaves, as he put in one of his other videos a few months ago. So he came here with the intention to abuse the system. He came here with the intention to ass rape the United States, though the United States is giving it to him. It's not like he's taking it per se. They're giving it to him because of this administration and their bullshit. Nonetheless, they're coming here to tax the system and bleed it dry, and possibly go back to their country after they got everything they needed and want. This is why, guys, we need to round up all migrants and take them back to their country, and then have them come back in an orderly fashion. Instead of flooding the gates, having them flood the bullpens, if you will, and then the Border Patrol's like signing them up quickly for whatever program and then releasing them out into the world. Instead of doing all of that, keep them there for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, a year. If you keep them there longer, less of them will come. That's number one. Nobody wants to be detained for a year. Nobody. If you sat there and you vetted them properly and then sent them back via catapult, nobody want to do that either. I don't want to be in a catapult and flown over a wall, land into a bed of tacos. Nobody wants that shit. Because make sure you put some guacamole in there so it really gets into the crevices. Whatever. So my point, guys, is that you got to make it harder for them to want to be here. Not easy. And that's what we're doing. This administration's doing it. Now, hopefully, when Trump gets into office, he's going to make it really hard for them and make it really bad for them so that less of them want to come. Because only those who want to come here who will deal with the hardship are those who want to work. The rest of them that want it easy, they're only going to come for that. But if you make it hard for them to stay here, you make it hard for them to get here. Like, you got to put, like, gladiator-style obstacle course to get to this country. They got to go cross over a vat of snakes, venomous snakes, jump over a pit of alligators with some tigers mixed in there because they're friends, right? And so you have them cross that. Then you got to fucking have them cross through a maze barbed wire. At the end, there might be freedom. Psych. No. Now you got to go through a fucking hallway of darts that shoot at you and put you to sleep. And if it hits you and you fall asleep, you get dragged back to your country, right? So, I mean, like, we got to make it interesting. For, at the very least, make it a show. Because I would fucking watch it. Sort of like The Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Minus the death. But make it interesting. Let's keep it upbeat and root for them as they fucking fail and get sent back to their country. Still, guys, something has to be done. Something has to be done to make it harder for them. If Trump gets into office, hopefully he'll do that. Hopefully he'll slow it down, because you can't stop it. You can never stop that. But you can make it harder for them to get here. Simple. It's not rocket science. I'm pretty sure every last one of us can figure this shit out. Anyway, guys, this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching the Angry Truth channel.